Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be episode 33 of my gameplay series in No Man's Land. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, as mentioned, this is episode 33 of my gameplay series in No Man's Land. So first things first, we got the soybeans harvested here, so we'll go ahead and get these babies unloaded. We'll go ahead and get that barley going. If we look at the map here, everything over here, grass, corn, everything obviously is ready to go. We started cutting corn here, so we'll get back to doing that in a second as well. Let's get that going. So I had a little scary event. Well, not really scary, I guess, but so I started recording this episode and I got about 7 minutes into the recording and the game crashed, and it wasn't the game's fault. It was Adobe. Adobe crashed first, and then it took everything else on the computer with it. At least that's how it seemed. So, let's make sure the straw swaps turn on for this guy here. Oh boy, so I'll make sure this guy gets a straw. So yeah, it was a little scary, but I didn't lose anything really. I did literally just started off right where I had been right before it crashed, so no big deal. We'll go ahead and get this soy put in the silo. So a few things I want to mention. A couple people commented a couple different things, and I want to mention a couple things and go over a couple things, make sure we're all kind of on the same page. So yeah, obviously everything is going well here on the farm, not really any concerns. How's the wool doing? I think it's about to get full. Let me just go deal with that real quick. Yeah, it's getting close. I'll push these two pallets off. Boom. I was struggling a little bit. They need to be cleaned up too. Their pen is a disaster. But yeah, so we're gonna get corn. I think we're gonna do it all into silage this round, and then we'll end up probably planting some more corn and then getting a corn header. Well, it'll be whenever we get a new combine, honestly, and then we'll use that corn to feed the pigs, because corn's a pretty common thing they need, and it'll be nice if we can feed them that. Well, I don't know. Corn's maybe not. I don't know. We'll kind of vary it. We'll see what we want to do. And someone commented saying that the that forage harvester can have a trailer in the back. I knew that it could, or at least that it probably could, because that's how most forage harvesters are, but I was just doing it with the two trailers there to hopefully be more efficient if I had the worker going. But today, since we have so much going on and so much I want to get done before the end of the day, I'm probably going to just hook up a trailer to it, so that way we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, so another thing too, Martin L also commented about the hospital, saying it was a good idea. Someone else commented about a clinic. He commented actually specifically about a hospital, so thank you, Martin L, for that idea as well. I totally forgot to mention you. Not in this tractor. Well, this tractor needs some gas. Actually, let's go get some gas for this thing. We'll probably just dump. I'm just gonna park the trailer over here. I think we'll probably use it for pellets, maybe, or use it to pick up some of the junk that we haven't picked up yet that came from our. Oh, took out some corn. Whoops. At least we got lots of it. But 7118. I always like to see how much fuel it takes. I don't know. I'm just super curious, but not very much. I'm gonna go with a decent amount, but not really terrible. So okay, yeah, we'll leave you there for now. Let's go ahead and get the forage harvester, the corn chopper deal going over here. So yeah, and also too, you'll notice, and I'll show you when we get into the tractor here, Kyle has been very busy modding away, and he has added us a Def Fluid mod that's got Farmer Cop brand on it. So I don't normally play with Def Fluid, but it's not that big of a deal to play with it. So I added the Farmer Cop Def Fluid stuff in there. So some of our vehicles will take Def Fluid now, which isn't really a big deal, but yeah, something different to mention. You can see the Def meter down there in the bottom corner. If you don't know what Def Fluid is, it's diesel exhaust fluid. I have a diesel truck, and thankfully I bought it. It's like one of the last years before. I think it actually is. It is the last year they made that I might have a Dodge diesel truck. That Dodge made diesel trucks before they did Def Fluid in them. So I don't have to worry about Def Fluid, which is nice. But yeah. All right, this guy's gonna fill up. I mean, fast. It's gonna happen quick. It's gonna take him a while to get all these fields done, obviously, but that's okay. It's essentially, you know, we got it for a pretty good price, that harvester there. So I'll have the Massey switching them out while we work on probably pelleting is probably what we're gonna end up doing. So lots of stuff changed in the town. I have those new Kyle made me some new packs to kind of help limit the placeables, like more stuff that's merged together. So I kind of merged some different stuff together and deleted some stuff. I spent probably 2 hours working on that, and there's still a lot more to go. So we'll go ahead and let's load this guy up. Yeah, it's going okay. So yeah, I'm working on getting that taken care of. What else do I have? Oh, Andrew C commented saying, hey, the Primos, like, I knew it wouldn't pick up the big stuff without shutting down, well, from testing, and then I saw that in videos when it first came out. Well, now it's full, but he also mentioned that it also won't pick up small amounts, like really small amounts on the ground. So that is also one thing with it. That, nope, that's not. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I thought I hit O first, but I wasn't putting the pipe out. But okay, there we go. We'll unload this guy. So yeah, we want to use the Primos as much as possible to get it. I don't want to carry it into tomorrow as well, so I want to try to get a lot of stuff done with it, including hay pellets. I want to do a round of hay pellets as well, which we'll get that going to today. See, he's already almost full, which is fine. I mean, that's fine, which is great. But we'll try to find a place to put those. I think both our bunker cells are empty, so we'll probably load them both up. Yeah, that's probably what we'll end up doing. But yeah, so we're trying to use the Primos. Red Turbo 66 commented saying, hey, could you try blowing straw directly into the Primos? That's actually not a bad idea. I don't know if it'll work, because the milling machine will kind of throw stuff wherever it wants. So I don't know if we could park this over there, have it running with the tractor on, and then have another tractor with the milling machine and see if it'll blow it directly into the Primos. So are we going to try that? Absolutely. We're definitely going to try that, because that is very creative, and I'm very curious. So we'll go out here. We'll probably just start... Well, I probably will windrow that before I end up taking that off the field, just because that makes it a lot faster. So I'll need to go grab the windrow in a bit. So other things as far as subscriber contracts go, let me hold on a second. Let me pull up the subscriber contract sheet here. Okay, so we do need to get, I think we'll be able to get the 10,000 liters of barley delivered today without any issue over to our farmers. And then we're not going to be able to do the premium logs today from Maycroft. By the way, Maycroft, I responded to another comment of yours. You are a DLC winner and you haven't commented yet or talked to me yet. So make sure you do that. All right, what else we got going on here? The city wants us to sweep the roads for them, and that's a contract by Will R. Or that's his idea. We also need to get 3 new fields made on the other farms. And then Marijuana Mayhem through Discord commented saying he wanted 24,000 liter bales of hay. So we're gonna try to get those to him. He's paid us $400 a bale, so we get $8 grand total if I'm doing the math correct. So yeah, pretty awesome. We'll get some good money from the bales, and it won't be that hard to get those bales. We do need to get a bigger baler though before we do that. And then another contract from Ome Koskos. They need 30,000 liters of digestate, and they're going to pay us very highly for it. They pay us 30 grand for that. And the reason being they're paying so much is for it is they use it to make fertilizer, so they end up making a lot of profit off of it as well. So we're going to try to get some of these subscriber contracts knocked out today as well in this episode. But thank you guys for having the subscriber contracts coming. I mean, they're awesome. So it's fantastic. And this potato thing is full here. What else do I have here that I need to mention? Oh, so a couple of you commented asking what this was. So this is the F11 screen. This is the Easy Development Commands or Easy Development Control mod. It is in the mod hub. It's for PC only, but it's what I use to add and remove money. If you're going to use it to add or remove money, just put a negative to remove it, and then just type out what it is to add it, and then just click outside the box, and it'll do it. So like if I wanted to add $10, there, $10 added to account showed down there. So if I wanted to take those $10 away, minus 10, boom. So yeah, pretty much that's simple for that. So yeah, that's in the spreadsheet, which the spreadsheet's having some link issues, which I need to fix. I haven't gotten around to it yet. But, oh, actually, how are animals doing? How many animals do we have? We need to sell some pigs. We're going to sell them to the livestock dealer because we can only sell a certain number to the meat shop or whatever, which they're still processing meat away. We open that up. Yeah, they have more than, like, 501 liters doesn't seem like a lot, but they got all this. That's not even halfway done yet. So that's how ridiculous this is, the production. So we'll look into that. We need to order some pig food today, though, which I contacted Kyle over at Farmer Crop Supply. He's going to have the courtesy shuttle bring us 24,000 liters, so we'll pay for those here in a second, and we'll get those guys delivered out to us. Sheep are doing good. I think once they max out, I'll just sell 10 of them and then just get rid of them. I think it holds... Well, maybe it only holds 80. Does the pen only hold 80? So once it gets to 80, I'll probably sell 10 of them just because not a big deal there. So we need to clean them up. They're doing good otherwise. The horses, tomorrow we're selling them because tomorrow they'll be maxed out. So tomorrow we'll be able to get 50 G's each for the horses, and we'll get 2 more horses. And their straw's a little low, but otherwise everything else is good on them. So they're not really high maintenance at all. Another comment someone left was, where do we sell the meat at? So the meat actually it's these icons here, obviously. So there's actually lots of sell points that are in-game sweet shop, windmill, bakery, the other windmill, the FCS sell point, and the vehicle shop grains. This is a new sell point that Farmer Crop Supply added where they buy a lot of different crops. So they have that available to us. Is there other places that buy these? No, just the pellet sell point. So yeah, that's where those are sold, is just various ones. So once the 4 pigs are finished processing, I'm going to calculate using 1,500, a price of 1,500 per section here, because we're getting, you know, some are 1,700, some are 1,100, you know, just the price varies, but I think 1,500 is a good average. So I'm going to use that price to calculate exactly how much we would make off of each individual pig that we gave it. So I'll take the total price that we get for whatever it's manufactured from 4 pigs, and then I'll divide that by 4. And yeah, so I'm gonna figure out how it is. So we need to figure out how we need to adjust our fees, because obviously at these prices and the amount it's producing, we would make like, I'm estimating $400,000 or $500,000 per pig. Is like, I'm serious. Like, it's, well, maybe not that much. 100,000 or 200,000 though, like a lot, like $100,000 a pig at least. So very, very much over the top. Or maybe not per pig, but I mean, I'm pretty close. It's a lot of money. So we will adjust that down to make it worth it. Kyle modded me a new XML file for it, where it will cut the production in half, so that'll at least better it. So if we put half production in there and raise our fee quite a bit, then we should be able to kind of come to an area where we're making good money off our pigs, and we're still not, it's not just over the edge or over the top. So there's that. I think that's everything I need to comment. Oh, you know what? We're going to build a road here, I think, that goes from here, I think through here is what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and let's just go and do that real quick. All right. If I take a little bit of the field, I'm not too worried about it. It's not a field that we use all the time. So and if we paint it, nope. What's a good paint? That one works for the pigs. I like that one. Okay. There we go. There you go, Martin. Now there's your road. I like it. Excellent idea, because we literally just drive back there every time, or drive through that way every time. So now it looks like it's supposed to happen. I do like our little cluster of trees here. I feel like our farm's, yeah, I mean, actually, it's turning out quite nice. If you haven't, I mean, yeah. Are you full? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're full. And we're still paying you. Go figure. He's almost done with that already too. So we're making progress. I mean, I guess I've been recording now for like what, 12 minutes, what my thing shows. But yeah, so we got that road done, which is awesome. And we'll go look at the town too later on and take a look at everything. And then last episode, I apologize, I didn't tell any police stories. Totally slipped my mind. I'll tell a couple in this episode to make up for that. So we'll do that as well. Yeah, that's going on. So yeah, we'll get this guy over here, and then we'll go grab the other Massey and get him hooked up to the milling machine and see if we can't make it a creative solution. So, oh good, if he's already got 80% of a tank, he should have plenty to get us to finish the contract. Actually, you know what, we could just do this. I don't know why I'm thinking I need to have 2 tractors. And it's a no-go, at least from this perspective. Darn it. Well, it was worth a shot. That was a really good idea. We'll keep doing it the way we're doing it then. Oh, don't back over the barley. We probably still want to harvest that. We could probably turn you off. So we'll keep doing it the way we're doing it, which isn't... it is what it is. That's it works, you know. We're making plenty of pellets, so which is awesome. So we'll just keep doing that and keep making money. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going to get a lot from our silage harvest here. I'm probably going to be so done with corn after this. Let's go ahead and switch those trailers out, actually, for those guys there, since he's full. It is nice actually to have the 2 trailers, so you can just swap them out. And that one was already partially full, so I expect it'll take him longer to get this guy full here. But these ones hold actually quite a bit. I think they hold 24,000 liters, I want to say. So they actually hold a decent amount of whatever it's called, silage, chaff. I guess it's chaff right now. All right, we will unhire you. Do that, and then that way the Massey can pick that guy up. Perfect. Get you lined up. Hire you back up. I do love that old school just harvester. Look at that. That header on that thing is just ridiculous. I love it. Oh man, that's fantastic. I mean, someday if we end up doing a lot of silage and we have a big kind of silage business going, we'll have a much better facility set up. But honestly, at the end of the day, I probably will still keep doing some from but once we get the farm kind of built up, we'll probably kind of shy away from it a little bit. One of the things I'm thinking about doing at some point is cotton, which I think would be kind of fun if we do a massive cotton harvest or something like that. But yeah, but cotton harvesters are expensive to lease. Geez, I'm inside of this thing. Okay, there we go. Are expensive to lease, so that's the only issue there. But yep, it is what it is. Yeah, again, lots of things we'll go look at in the store. I need to sell pigs. I know I mentioned that already, but I need to go sell those actually real quick here. Let me get this emptied so this is ready to be switched out, and then we'll work on pellets. We'll sell some pigs. And yeah, I think I'm going to keep the clock pretty slow today. It is going to rain soon, which I think you can still do forage harvest in the rain. As long as we get the barley done, that's kind of our main concern. Are there different tip sides on this thing? I don't know if there is or not. Looks like I'm going to go with probably not. Oh, no worries. Yeah, 24,000 liters in this thing is awesome. This thing seems like it's a lot easier to unload with too. It's kind of nice. Perfect. Well, that gets that guy emptied out. But not tip him back. There we go. I hit I. Sweet. All right. Well, yeah, 24,000 liters off of that first section of the field. Yeah, and this isn't even close to the biggest. Oops, it's gonna autosave here. I mean, the biggest field is gonna be this guy of corn. I mean, yeah, it's longer. Yeah, it's about the same width, but just longer. The grass is good to go, so we're gonna mow that. And I'm probably gonna try to hay this. I may even hay this little section here just because why not, you know? So yeah, we might end up working on that. Let's get this guy mowing. We'll go get a worker hired to mow, and then I'll use the little international there too. Oh yeah, I need to pull the fence out. We got so many tractors now. This one, the fence is probably just going to be kind of just the fertilizing and herbiciding setup here. We originally got into pigs so we'd have some natural fertilizer, not only just to make some money, but seems like we've just been using the liquid stuff because it's just been easier, just because with what everything we got going on, it's just, yeah. That's why when you get to this point, kind of, you almost have to run it in one time just because there's so much going on. So yeah, it just kind of is what it is, I suppose. All right, grab onto that. All right, unfold you, might as well. We got room to move around here. It's not like Sandy Bay. All right. Work mode. Wide spreading, there we go. Perfect. This guy shouldn't jump fields. I mean, we'll probably have to mow that section by hand, but this one should be fine. Make sure it's wide spreading. Perfect. Okay, he's gonna work on that. Yeah, I'm gonna go sell some pigs, probably with the farmer cop deal here. Oh, actually, let's get the food delivered to us, the pig food delivered here real quick. I'll bring you guys in and show you some of that going on. So we'll go over to that guy. Perfect. All right. And pig food's gonna be back here. Yes. We'll see how much this costs to get us a full trailer of pig food. I'm assuming it's gonna be a little bit cheaper, so I still think it might be cheaper to buy the pallets from the vehicle shop, but this is such premium pig food, even with our discount, it's so much worth it. Yeah, 30 grand for that. Not too bad. Yeah, we'll get this guy delivered here. Ooh, oh, I was like, whoa, that sign really stopped a truck there. That was impressive. But yeah, so I'll get this the pig food delivered for us. That'll kind of set us for a while, and then I'll just keep going on. I'll probably just keep pelleting away, and I'll probably bring in when we start doing some hay pellets or something else happens, or we do anything of any importance. I will bring you guys back in. So I will see you guys when that happens. All right, a couple updates. So first field's done. Silage wise, this one's almost done. The worker couldn't get all of it, kind of panicked. So we'll fix that one up, and then we'll get on to that one. So that I mowed all that over there, mowed this. This is being windrowed or tedded by a worker, and then that one just needs to be windrowed, and I'll have to do all that by hand. So I had to mow and tend that by hand. He's working on that. So we'll hop out of him. We're gonna hop over into. Let's just go there. There we go. Oh, we're inside of it. Well, that's not. Let me go to this one. Visit. No, we're still here. Okay, let's try this. Visit. There we go. How are potatoes doing? Not even close to full. All right, sweet. Here we go. So I was trying to get into this cup, I couldn't get it selected. So the barley's done over there. We're gonna windrow that, and then we'll use the. I haven't done any pelleting, to be honest, yet. I've just been busy trying to get everything else done. I did sell 10 pigs, so that's done. This has 10,166 liters of barley in it. So we're gonna go ahead and drive this over and deliver it to the other small farm. Oh, that's right. The cruise control's super low on this guy. And that will complete one of our subscriber contracts. That will be fantastic to finally get that all set and good to go. But yeah. All right, we'll head up this way. That'll be our subscriber contract done finally. And I think we have. Let me just speed up the cruise control on this guy real quick. Well, this guy can go 34. Ooh, that's faster than the other Massey, isn't it? But we still have some barley left, right? Yeah, we'll probably just throw the remaining barley into the pig food. Just because it's just whatever. It's not that high value of a crop. And delivering 1,600 liters into town seems kind of pointless. But it looks kind of cool from the... Oh boy, we don't want to tip their barley out. That was a close call. Whew. Oh, and the straw sell point, since we're out here, the guy that had the straw area in town, he sold his land for quite a bit of cash, and he moved out here. So this is where he's at now. That's where he's located. He prefers it out here where there's not a whole lot going on. So these two farms are where we're going to go ahead and get fields put on. We have to put 3 fields on. I think the horse farm wanted 1, and these guys wanted 2. I think I'll confirm with them. But yeah, we'll come out here and create some fields. They don't have to be very big fields. They just wanted a couple small ones. Yeah, and maybe there'll be other field work and stuff we can do for them that we get hired to do. So we'll see. I don't know. They're just trying to be independent. I know they don't have a lot of equipment and stuff out here yet, but they're trying to, so they don't have to, you know, buy this stuff from us, which is fine. Oh, that's right. I don't have access to this land. We had this issue before. I remember this now. So we go here, and here's another fantastic issue there. You can do that. And now it's empty. So fantastic. What was the price on that? All right, looks like $500 per 1,000 liters. So we'll need to add $5,000 into our bank account here for the completion of that. Now the chickens won't be starving anymore. I got rid of the chicken pen just because there's a lot of little placeables there, so they got them inside the barn. That's what we're gonna say. That's what we're gonna go with. But yeah, so all set there, good to go. We'll head back in, and then another thing I noticed, excuse me, too, that I forgot is that since we did corn, that just that one section need plowed. Weird. Oh no, that's that weird field. Okay, never mind. That makes sense. I thought I was thinking of this field. So never mind. But yeah, after corn you have to plow, so I forgot about that. So we'll get some plowing going there as well. So not a big deal. Yeah, I'm not too worried about anything. I think everything's going pretty well for us. So we'll just keep. Is that actually a silo store point? Just looking here. If we go out to here. Oh, it's the gas station. Interesting. Okay, that all makes sense now. So sweet. Okay. Fantastic. We'll get back on the road now, and we'll head back to our farm. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, we just need to do a lot of pelleting. Really, it's what it kind of comes down to. So that's what we're just going to keep working on, and we're getting closer and closer to being able to do hay pellets. If we can get the silage done today, hay pellets done, and then when we got that subscriber contract done, I'd like to knock out like maybe 1 or 2 more, maybe get some more stuff going on there. We also do need to head into town and take a look at all the kind of just updates, little fixes and whatnot. I didn't add anything new to the town today, just because I spent 2 hours trying to take stuff away from it. So I just kind of updated and kind of fixed up and made it all kind of work a little bit better. So yeah, and then I think at some point soon we'll probably kind of need to get places for parking and stuff, and for our stuff here, and probably condense down some of our stuff. And yeah, I think we'll end up selling a few things and just getting it kind of condensed down. Sell the stuff we're not using, you know, the stuff we're never going to use, or the stuff we're not going to use where it's worth keeping. So that's probably what we'll end up working on doing. I think I'm going to use that big trailer for... I think I'm going to use that one for the pellets. Oh no, I've been using it for straw. What I might do is, since that field's clear, I might just start laying straw out in that field too, just so we can just get it all done a little bit quicker. But I'm gonna park this trailer here for now. Oh, did that not work? I think I reattached it fast or something. I don't know. Well, deconnect that guy there, and then what was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna grab the windrower. That's right, because we need to windrow the straw on the other field over there too. So let me get the windrower going. Like, we might end up selling the cultivator there, just because, well, even if we have to cultivate a field, we can just use the lizard plow, since it's also 6 meters, and then eventually, if we want to, we can buy a bigger cultivator later, if that's what we're gonna end up doing. But that just makes sense to me, just to kind of clear out some stuff. We get a little extra cash, and we have to remember too, we do have we'll go back over to our farm just so we're over that. We do have not contracts, money. There we go. We do have $150,000 in loans still, which I almost kind of forgot about. So just something to be aware of. I'm not too worried about the loans either, really. We're making plenty of money. We're gonna get plenty more money when we start knocking out some more stuff and get more stuff going. So yeah, we're doing fine. I'm not too worried about our money or anything, and I think we'll be able to start making some more big purchases and stuff coming up. So yep, that's kind of where we're sitting at the farm. I will keep working on different stuff, and I'm probably not going to worry about prepping any of the fields or getting any of them going yet anyways, and we'll kind of brainstorm towards the end. You're not going to get all that, are you? Yeah, we're going to unhire you. I'm just going to do that part by hand here. Ooh. Oh, that's right. You don't have to turn this one on. I was like, why isn't it turning on? But that's right. This one is strictly mechanical. It's not doesn't have any engines or parts like that in it. So, all right, I'll probably just let him just go at it, and then worst case scenario, I'll just come over with the milling machine and pick up what he doesn't hit. So, okay, guys, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the farm. There's not, I mean, it's working. We're making progress. There's a lot of stuff to get done. So I'll end up doing more and more stuff off camera, probably, or at least some stuff off camera, just to kind of yeah, you know. And I do know we need some of that hay for our subscriber contract to get some hay bales to Marijuana Mayhem. But since we have the straw pelleter, we're just going to use that for now. We have the Primo, so that's what I want to focus on getting done first before we worry about any of that stuff, because we'll be able to get grass pretty quick. And we just got that contract, so hopefully it's not too big of an emergency over on his farm. But yeah, we'll get everything going. Everything will work out. I'm not too worried about it. So anyhow, I'm going to keep working and keep getting stuff done. All right, so it's time, jeez, excuse me, for doing some hay pellets. So let's take a look at a couple of things real quick, just to make sure we got it all taken care of. So I need to really, they poor guys need to really be taken care of here. I need to clean up the pigs too. So we'll clean the pens today as well. And again, we're going to sell those guys tomorrow. So that still needs to be windrowed. I have the international set up there. I have the Massey over there to change out the forage harvester. That field's done. That one's about halfway or so done, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more than half, but because the international is having trouble pulling through the bunker silo, was really struggling, so kept getting stuck. So I figured that would just be easier to do that. And I got all the straw off of that other field over there, or at least most of it, there's bits and pieces. And then I got most of that stretch that was out there of straw. So I'll lay down some more stretches of straw, get those done. We did go over our leasing by another hour, but if we look at what we got done in an hour. Nope. Here we go. We got 65,638 pellets at an hour, and the initial cost was 16,830. Overnight was 3,300, and the hour was 67.20. So we're looking at right around 1020, $26,850. Yep, that's it. $26,850. So the price of these guys is, so essentially if we divide that by about, I mean, we're probably making about $600 per 1,000 liters in those after taking the leasing cost out of it, which is still definitely a lot more than we get off of straw. But then again, it's also, well, straw, we wouldn't have to do the leasing. So it's like, well, what's straw worth? 57? Yeah, so it's probably still more. So at the end of the day, I mean, well, 87, maybe we get up to 100 there. Holy cow, they're buying straw like crazy there. But even if it was 100, it's like we're still probably getting more, because yeah, we're still gonna end up making more on it. So, and then plus we're gonna be able to do some hay pellets here, which are worth $1,500 per 1,000 liters. So these guys are definitely worth more. So let's see how she goes. Woo! Just exciting. I know this is basically the same. I mean, if you really look at it, it's basically the same thing as doing doing the straw pellets, but it just, I don't know, it's just different, you know. It's a new crop, it's a different crop. So yeah, but while we do this, I figure, you know what, I'll tell my first police story since I need to tell a couple here. So I work in a college town, as you guys know, or by the way, first, before I just go down this route, if you're new to the channel, this is the first video you've watched of mine, or you didn't know this already, you only watched a couple videos, or whatever the case may be. I am a full-time police officer. That's what I do full-time. So this is just what I do on the side, and basically it's like one of my hobbies is making YouTube videos. But Farming Simulator, I love playing Farming Simulator. It's my favorite game by far. But anyhow, not that I don't play other games, but I mean, not now, but for the most part, yeah. But anyhow, so we get dispatched. So someone calls 911. They say, hey, you know, these people showed up at our, you know, we were trying to leave our apartment or whatever, and these people were outside and they were, you know, fighting or whatever, and we kind of told them to stop. You know, they were having like a physical fight. We're like, hey guys, knock it off, don't do that. Then one of the guys brandished a gun at him, like pulled out a pistol, and you know, it sounded like he threatened the one guy, or you know, something like that. So his tower gets dispatched. So, and this was on like a Friday night, so we had a lot of cops working. Which, I mean, I'm going to tell you how many, and you're like, that doesn't seem like a lot, but for the size of city I live in, it's a lot. It's about double what we normally have. We have a 3-man minimum, so we have to have at least 3 people working 24/7. We try to stay above that if possible, but again, that's the minimum, the bare minimum. So we had, I think, we have 11 or 12 people working, so we had a lot of people compared to what we normally have. And I remember we were going through Greek Row, because this happened on Greek Row where the call was at. I was at an apartment complex on Greek Row. So we're driving through Greek Row with our lights on, our sirens on, and it was crazy because it was 8 police cars in a row from the station, like just a crazy number of us just going, because obviously the severity of the call. And then I remember showing up, and I parked about a half a block away because I didn't want to just drive up, you know, someone's got a gun, you know, I want to be careful. So, and then calls like that, if there's a report of a gun or someone's threatened with a gun or something like that, it's something that we're going to want to bring our rifle to, because we're not going to want to go into a gunfight with our pistol, essentially, if we can avoid it. Our pistols is kind of a sidearm to protect us. It's not a super good offensive weapon compared to like a rifle. It's not as accurate and stuff like that. So I grab my rifle out of the car and I rack it, and there's crowds of people everywhere because it's Greek Row, and it's always busy. It's hopping on Friday nights. There's people everywhere. So people are like, oh crap, you know what's going down? And I just see people just running away, which was great. It was great. They're clearing the scene basically by seeing a bunch of us get out of our cars with our rifles. So we all run down and we all take up cover positions around the apartment where the suspect supposedly had gone in, and the suspects had apparently left. And of course, this is how some of these calls work, but we found out later it was a BB gun. I mean, the person, and they still were able to identify the guy. I didn't end up investigating that case further after that, but it also sounds like when they called it in 15 minutes after it happened. So yeah, information that would have been helpful, but we didn't have any of that. So yeah, is what it is, you know. Yeah, I think they ended up catching the guy eventually, even though it was still like it wasn't a BB gun, it was a paintball gun, which I mean, if you know anything about guns, which I know some countries it's not super common to have guns around or whatever the case may be. In some countries, the police don't even carry guns, but in the United States, it's one of those things that everyone has the right to bear arms and have those weapons as part of their Constitution. So I encounter tons of people with guns, and I encounter tons of firearms in the course of my job. I mean, I guess not maybe tons, but it's common. It's not uncommon, if that makes sense. But yeah, well, there's my story for you. So that was something that happened a couple months ago, 3 or 4 months ago. Yeah, well, even longer than that, maybe almost 6 months ago now, because obviously there hasn't been a whole lot of parties and stuff since everything happened with what's going on in the world and current events. But crazy times right now, crazy times. So I'm just trying to hang in there and keep doing what I'm doing. But oh, we're still in the 12-hour shifts. They're hoping to take us off of them in another, maybe within the next month, which would be great. 12-hour shifts are exhausting me, but sounds like we're going to go back to our old schedule, though, at some point, which is kind of lame. Our old schedule is work 4 9-hour shifts, have 2 days off, work 4 9-hour shifts and an 8-hour shift, and then have 3 days off. And you might sound, okay, that's not too bad. I would rather work that than the 12s, I think. However, I also at the same time, we were going to go to, until everything happened, we were on track to, this guy's full, so let me get the pipe out here. We were on track to go to a 4-10 schedule, which is where we work 4 10-hour days, or yeah, work 4 10-hour days and have 3 days off every single week, which is a by far superior schedule. And this guy's full, so we'll just unload him real quick. But yeah, we only did just a little bit of that second row, so we're gonna get a lot of hay pellets. That's gonna be great. That's 9,000 liters in there. Oh man, I'm very excited about that because those things are super profitable. So that will be nice to get that going. Yeah, I've just been having this guy do this, which it works out pretty well. Let me go get in the Massey here. This Massey, that is. But he's got okay, he's got the trailer. I couldn't see it behind him, but and I'll show you something too. Actually, when I'll keep you guys in to go show you the bunker silo, because a little strange. You know, you'll see what I mean when we get over there. Strange things are brewing compared to, like, I don't know. I haven't done corn silage in a long time. I think it's probably been, it might even been like a year in real life. Like, it's been a while since I've done corn silage. I've done a lot of grass silage and stuff, but when I first played on FS15, I think corn silage was kind of my jam. It was just what I did a lot of. So let me get this guy hired back up. Go pick up that trailer. Yeah, this is kind of just the way to switch out and do whatever. Now, if I wasn't doing anything else around the farm, I'd just have the 2 trailers changed to the Massey, and then I'd have this guy hired like I was doing at first, just so I can just haul 2 loads at once, and it just, that way, yeah, it just kind of makes it less, it makes it more nonstop, you know, stuff like that. So I didn't hire anybody. I just hit B to turn on the cutter. Perfect. He's going taking care of that. I hate where it hops you out when you hop out of that guy, but okay. These trailers are awesome. They're pretty small, but they 24,000 liters. I mean, together they hold more than our big trailer does, so it's pretty sweet. But yeah, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that row there. So we're probably gonna get 36 or 40,000 liters of hay pellets off there, which would be awesome. We may end up selling some hay pellets this episode, but okay, so here's what I'm talking about. That doesn't look like a lot, right? Like for grass, you'd be like, okay, maybe 100,000 liters. But it takes up the corn silage. If you look at I pulled the help menu here, it takes up so much less room. There's 250,000 or 215,000 liters in here. It takes up so much less room than the grass silage does, which is just crazy. And I've been driving over it as I go just to kind of help compact it a little bit more, but yeah, just wild. Which is kind of funny because everything's measured in the same unit, which is liters. So you'd think theoretically it'd all take the same amount of space, but I guess it doesn't, you know. I also understand that like grass is a loose kind of like it's there's more air in it, I would say. Like this is kind of just a chopped, more condensed corn, you know, it's just, which, yeah, look at that. Okay, I want this flatten that out a little bit, but so I understand it kind of makes sense, but at the same time it's like, well, liters are liters, so it should be the same measurement one way or another, and it should take up the same amount of room on the ground. But if you tip like wheat onto the ground versus grass onto the ground, 1,000 liters is way different. But yeah, this is what it is. I guess volume wise, I guess that makes sense. It all makes sense now that I'm thinking of it. I was thinking more of like the amount of space it would take, but like total space including the air around it. But I guess it makes sense if you're why am I getting in here? But anyhow, it all makes sense. You can just ignore that rant. It was just useless. International's over there. We might just grab, let's just grab the Fent. Where's the Fent at? Right there, yes. Drop that off. We'll leave the narrows on. It shouldn't matter a whole lot. It won't get as much traction and whatnot, but I think we will be fine. And maybe we'll grab, since we're doing hay right now, we'll just grab the, now it's definitely not gonna be able to pull it very much, but we'll grab the, hopefully that pipe gets over the top of this, but we'd be helpful to have the bigger trailer since we're gonna get a lot out of it. Otherwise, after 2 loads, we'd have to switch the trailers out, which if we can avoid doing that, that'll save us a little bit of time. I do hope that when they come out with a new FS that they're able to make it so you can hire workers to do more stuff, just because it just would be helpful. But somehow I doubt some of this stuff will happen. Yep, is what it is, you know. But they're always improving it, which hopefully now after they have more time to get going for a new game, they're making a ton of improvements. Yeah, that's perfect. Just barely over the top there, so. Awesome. Well, I am going to, let's see, what do we got going on? We're probably 40 minutes into this episode, so I'll probably bring you back in a bit here. Oh, it's rolling away. I love that the PTO is turning just on its own. I unhooked it because when I was sitting talking, it just, it doesn't count as hours if I'm just sitting talking, but if it's unloading, I mean, I don't know if it counts as hours during that or not, but if it's on, it definitely counts for hours. So just to kind of try to save us a little bit maybe on the leasing cost, but definitely rolling away. Can't have that many pellets in it. Yeah, it's almost empty. Oh, nope, I hopped in the wrong tractor. There we go. Yeah, I'll bring you guys back in a little bit to wrap up the episode. We may not end up selling the horses. It just is what it is. But yep, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so not very much time has passed, but I figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and get the pens cleaned up. Our poor animals deserve it. Let's get all the animals cared for real quick. We'll probably end up watering them as well just while we're at it. So I grabbed the sweeper back here. We'll take it over and we'll take care of the sheep first. And I think we saw bales sitting out there by the sheep or under their pen there. So we may end up just topping off their food just to make sure they're okay and good to go. That rain icon's been up there on the weather for a while, but nothing happened yet, so we'll see. Just gonna fill up. Ooh, barely got it all. All right, we'll hop out here real quick. Go turn on their water. I don't think they need a lot of water, but yeah, just to top them off. Grass hay, they definitely need a few bales, like quite a few looks like. Which I know they're not low or anything, but someone's blocked by an object. I'll have to just wait. Nice. Might end up giving them all these. Oh, geez. Might end up giving them all of these grass bales here, which should be fine. I mean, we have literally a boatload more in the barn over there. Which I think will load that barn up more with hay and straw and stuff. We're going to end up buying pretty soon. So many big purchases we need to get. We need to get a baler, which I really want to get that John Deere baler. So a couple options I have. I'm either going to add a bunch of hours to it and act like it's a used baler for the price that it is since it's so cheap, or I'm just going to have to pay a bunch more for it. And right now I'm leaning towards maybe buying it as a used baler and paying just a little bit more, like, I don't know, maybe paying 50 grand for it and adding, like, I don't know, 500 hours on it or something like that, you know, which maybe that's too much, I don't know, but how are they doing now? Well, they could still use a few more bales. They used all those, but we're not gonna worry about that. So okay, we will. Pig food is pricey, so we're definitely gonna go get the milling machine. So we'll go put this guy. Actually, probably should just go unload this guy. We'll go unload this guy, go grab the milling machine from the. Oh, it's got straw though, darn it. We'll just unload it real quick. Not too big of a deal. That's kind of how that unloads, just a little pile there like that. Sweet. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna sweep it up. It's just easier, and pig food's only a little bit more than manure, so this will just save us a little bit of time. And our pigs deserve the best, so they don't want to get this crappy food that they themselves threw all over the place. This will probably fill up multiple times, would be my guess, cleaning this up. Yeah, she's struggling. All right, there's load one. Let's go dump this out. I'll probably get 2 or 3 or 4 loads out of that. So I don't know. I feel like we usually get like 2,000 or 3,000 liters of. So maybe this is just a terrible idea. Actually, I think it is a terrible idea, but we're just gonna do it. We're committed now. A great excuse. We're committed. Oh man. But that way they'll be good to go. They need to get some more straw too. I guess we could have just grabbed the milling machine, put straw in there too, but that's okay. It's fine. We're gonna do it the wrong way, and then we can do it the right way later. All right, so that'll top their water off, and their cleanliness will slowly go up. It hasn't obviously reset yet, because it'll reset every 15 minutes, and it just went over the mark for that. So it'll take them a little bit before it shows up. Sheep are good though, so sweet. Can get it. I think it's actually supposed to load that way. I think we have it on. It is definitely supposed to be on the rear. That's where the brushes are. It's definitely supposed to be on the rear. Yeah. Pulling it back over. Look. Well, maybe not. Now I say. Oh, it's full. That's why. go too fast, and this thing's a little top heavy. And then we'll go drive around the town and take a look at the new and improved things going on there. Nice. That should all be clean and good to go. Definitely does a good job getting rid of the tire tracks, though, if you're driving backwards over them. Nifty. I do think this thing's pretty sweet, but empty that guy out. All right, and I'll put this guy away later. I'm not too worried about it right now. Let's go ahead and hop in. Oh, it's up here. Jeez. Enter vehicle. All right, we'll drive into town now. Take a look at what we got going on. The meat factory's still working hard, so let me actually get the cruise control set down to where it's somewhat reasonable of a speed. I mean, obviously we'll drive fast on the back roads here, but if we get into town, 35 is probably a good speed. No speed limit signs though in our town, so I can't really stop people for speed. Guess I could just make sure I stop them for like reckless driving or negligent driving if they're going way too fast, but like I am. So a few things Kyle made. So I fixed the terrain here finally. I painted that over. So new updates to the farmers market. We'll drive through and we'll just walk around. We'll go on a little bit of a foot patrol here, if you will. But these guys, these things are sweet. Yeah, this thing's awesome. Makes it look like there's, you know, there's more of a, oop, now I'm stuck. There's more of a thing. I got rid of the fountain, so if you really like that, sorry. Yeah, just these little guys here, just fantastic. Just extra details. It makes it look really more like it's coming alive. So I do like that quite a bit that we were able to add those in. So thank you, Kyle, for those. Greenhouses, they all look very similar now. These two are separate placeables, but I sold the rest of them, and then these are sets of 3 placeables. So here's 3 of them. So 1 placeable, 2 placeables, 3 placeables versus having 9 placeables. So that'll help kind of speed up the map a little bit. So yeah, that was pretty sweet. We added that in. We'll go hop back in the, actually, since we're over here, well, we're going to drive up that way in a second anyway. So we might as well go hop back in our police charger here. Nice. I guess now I'm going to drive through it anyways. Whatever. It all works out. So I added, just because it makes sense, and there's just a lot of empty space here since we got rid of the extra tank, I added a office here for the BGA, which makes sense. They would have something like that, an office or something set up. So yeah, added that in down this road. The bush is a little overgrown there. Next thing I fixed up was over here on Terry's gas station, the Ma and Pa Country Store. So I went ahead and put the gas stations together, so I replaced them so they're together so the fences aren't in the middle, so it saved a little bit on placeables. I also removed the gates here on each end of this. I also removed all the fences around. Oh boy, that was scary. That's a powerful jack there, and I put just bushes around just to make it a little bit easier. Ooh, I put bushes there as well. I kind of reduced some of the fences. I need to go through and sell all these fences still. Like, there's still like a lot of work to be done to make it faster. Hospital looks pretty nice still. And I got rid of the fences around this guy and the gates just because they were kind of just unnecessary. So got rid of those guys. So yeah, just a couple little fixes that made, oh, another thing. We need to go to Farmer Crop Supply Store here. Take a look at what we changed over there. So these pots here are now just sets of placeables. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, total placeables here, compared to having just 50 of them or whatever it was, like just ridiculous amounts. There's a tow truck parked there. There's the buy all. I think you guys have seen that though. Here's the Farmer Crop DEF station here for DEF fuel, for the diesel exhaust fluid. And here's the sell point for them back here. So yeah, we got this stuff going on. I don't think there's any updates in the construction. We will drive over and take a look, but I don't think there's any updates in the construction site. Oh, we'll go look up actually one other thing up here while we're over here. I guess I should just use the cruise control like I said I was going to do, just to make it a little bit easier. I'm not sure what they're going to end up building up here, but So that's where the straw sell point was. So he demolished that, and it's moved out in the country where we saw. Stop with a stop sign. That was a bad stop there. And down here, oh, Taco Bell is going to get it's going to get reworked to make it cooler and with less placeable. So now it just kind of looks kind of junky with, I just ran a stop sign. It looks kind of junky with all the stuff there, but I'm going to fix it up and kind of do it. I just kind of got distracted and had to start recording the episode since I was like, oh gosh, I didn't think it would take me 2 hours to start doing that, but it was just so laggy trying to sell this stuff and do everything like that. So yeah, we'll keep fixing it up. I'm going to keep replacing placeables and stuff like that to make it a little bit better and smoother and stuff like that. So yeah, everything back here is looking good. Let's go back over to, yeah, we talked about that. Check out our meat production real quick, just because we're in the area. Holy cow, it's probably gonna fill up these areas before it's done. Jeez, so much. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's happening here. Yeah, not a whole lot of other stuff going on. Yeah, not too bad. Everything's getting built. They're still working on stuff, it looks like. Could do some evoc training up here, which if you don't know what evoc means, which you probably don't, because it's definitely a police term. It means emergency vehicle operations course or training. So evoc is what we call just doing anything with our vehicles, or we're going to drive at high speeds and practice doing that and stuff like that. So obviously very fun training, but in the academy we only had a week of driving, so that was one of the things that they felt like they needed to do more of, or they're trying to do more of in the academy, is driving. Because definitely I think you need more than a week. A week is a lot, you'd think, of driving, just straight driving, but it's not really enough. So definitely some improvement to be made there, but yeah, everything's looking good up here. The town's doing good. I know I need to fix this little divot here. I'll work on that. There's always things to be improved on the town, but I do like kind of how it's going. I like the way it's going and the way it's turned out. So yeah, it'll keep improving slowly. We'll keep adding stuff and doing stuff like that. Oh, there's flower boxes around the front of here that I sold as well. So just to save on the placeables. This thing is, boy, Kyle really outdid himself in this thing. This thing handles and maneuvers great. I mean, if I'm going too fast, obviously it doesn't maneuver, but that's like any other vehicle. Yeah, so we'll head back to the farm now. That's going to be the end of our episode. I know I didn't tell 2 police stories. I just ran out of time. I got distracted again. So at least I got one in there. So I know I said I'd tell you another one, but I will slowly make it up, and at least you'll get a police story hopefully every episode. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up here on your screen so you can join the channel, and then turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. But anyhow, guys, and drop a comment down below. Oh geez, as we crash the charger. But drop a comment down below if there's anything you want to see in future videos, or any subscriber contracts you have for me, or just anything in general, any tips for me. So yeah, this has been Farmer Cop, guys. Thank you, and thanks for watching.